What is going on, Paragon community? I'm Eze9, and welcome to the patch 36.1 breakdown, where I discuss patch 36.1 in detail and discuss some of the things I would like to see changed in Paragon, as I know a lot of people have complaints. A lot of people have complaints. So, to start it off, we have a new skin for Seraph. This is the Morning Star skin. For anyone that's been loving playing Seraph, I love this new skin, first off. I'll say that right off the bat. I love this new skin. I am a fan of the color blue on anything, and this is, like, dope as fuck. Anyway, moving on to something that's really going to change everyone's opinion on a certain hero, and that is Greystone. Now, Greystone receives a pretty big nerf. His base damage on his ultimate is now 180, 260, and 340. It used to be 220, 320, 420. Now, while the numbers don't seem too huge at first, keep in mind, going from 180 to 220, or from 220, isn't a huge nerf. His original, damage on that thing isn't going to be nerfed too hard. But at level 2, 320 to 260 is a big hit, and at level 3, 420 to 340 is a major hit in his damage output on his ulti. Now, also, other people, people have been complaining about it, the slow. You can literally not get out of the thing, and it's such a strong ultimate in team fights that you need to have at least a chance of getting out of it. So the slow has been reduced to 550 in the inner and 125 in the outer ring, and from 650, and that was from 650 to 175 on the outer. So again, you went from 650 to 550 on the inner, so it's easier to get out of, and 175 to 125, which is a huge hit on that outer. So it's going to be much harder to land the Greystone ultimate now. However, he did get a little bit of a buff as well. Fixed a bug where Reforged did not gain card scaling. Now it's 0.75. So now it's going to have card scaling as well with the damage. So it might be roughly the same with a little bit easier to get out of slow. That is my assumption here. And his passive also took a little bit of a hit. It used to be 85, 172, 555, and a 340. And now it went to 70, 140, 210, and 280. Again, really good nerfs here. Going to make him less tanky. He is the only tank really right now, which is sad to see, but hopefully they'll buff the items here in the future. And hopefully not make it tank meta, but just, give tanks more of a meaning here. Because right now, they're really not tanks. They're just damage dealers with a little bit more of a health bar, but it's so minimal that it doesn't really matter. I mean, Countess literally just jumps on them, ults, done. Now, there were a couple new emotes as well added. There is the Jungle Jog for Chimera, and the Meaning of Life for Rampage. Both are pretty cool looking emotes, giving the characters a little more character. You can't really judge them on that. It's really nice to see something like that. We need some more lore. Get the lore coming out. Come on, I need it. Let's go. Get it out. Get out that door, and everyone will be satisfied. Now, Steel, guys. Steel took a hit here. I am happy about this. It's not a huge hit, but it's enough to where basically your health bar won't be halved when he ults. Because that was the problem, is he's halving people's health bar, and then Gideon ults in, and then everyone in there is dead. That's basically what's happening. And now that it's not going to be cutting your health in half, at least not as close to as half, it's going to be a little bit better. So basically, the starting scaling was 230, 350, 470, right? That is the damage for his ultimate. Well, now it's going to be 210, 320, 430. So 210 from 230. A little bit of a nerf there, but the first ability, or for early game, it's still going to be just as strong. 320 to from 350 isn't a huge nerf as well. I mean, it's about 30 damage. It's not awful, but this is the big one. 430 from 470. Now, that's a 40 damage hit. It's not huge. But Steel didn't really need a huge nerf. He's pretty balanced, guys. People that are complaining about him, I understand where you're coming from. But the main problem with the game right now isn't... A lot of the heroes are not the problem. The problem lies that these towers we currently have simply are not strong enough. You're constantly being tower dived, constantly, and it's bullshit. We need to get these towers to give more damage. I mean, it should be risk/reward when you go in and dive someone. Right now, it is not, and that is the problem with the game. Now, my favorite carry gets a buff, everyone. Sparrow, attack speed per level to 2.8 from 0. So now she's going to have a little bit more attack speed, making building attack speed on her even better. She's going to be a complete shredding machine. She already has been. But people have been dodging Qs and stuff, and I think this right here might just help her out. But yeah, that's pretty much the patch notes. Now let's move on to what I want to see happen. First off, towers buffed. Of course, absolutely need to buff those towers. Richter, let's make Richter less clunky. He's currently just too clunky for me and a lot of other people to play, especially on console. I can see it being very difficult to land that pull. Let's make it a little easier for people. Maybe increase the hitbox, whatever you have to do to make it a little easier. It's just too hard to land right now. Even on PC, it's just hard to land. Talk about Iggy here. Iggy and Scorch, guys. Where the fuck is his buffs? Like, I made a video saying call 1-800-Murdoch to help Iggy, right? A while back, and they still have not buffed Iggy. Like, they gave him a small buff, but that's it. They haven't touched him. He's not played. He needs to be played. I had someone come into my channel and just basically say, you know, yeah, Iggy, I used to be, you know, an Iggy main when I first came back to the game, and now I come back to the game, you know, when he was first playing the game. He comes back to the game, and Iggy's still and now Iggy's shit. He used to be, you know, fun. He used to be good. He used to be a very viable character to pick, and now he's shit. And it's disappointing. I mean, I've had my brother play him a little bit, and he's actually done pretty decent with him, occasionally, against the right comp. But if you're facing a Muriel or a Muriel and Murdoch, a Muriel and Twin Blast, something like that, you have no chance in that solo lane to do shit. Or the off lane, sorry, to do anything. And that is where Iggy just... Why is he not touched yet? We're going on 3 patches without them touching him. Actually, they might have touched him a little bit with the damage numbers, but it's so fucking minimal. Buff the fucking character already. Alright, now that that's out of my fucking system, let's talk about one more thing that I'd like to see change, and that is one of my favorite characters, Gideon. Gideon is a little strong, guys. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think Gideon is a very strong character. Do I think he's broken? No. Do I think he needs a little bit of a nerf? Yes. He's quite strong. He's extremely strong. Also, Howitzer. Let's talk about Howitzer for a second. Howitzer right now needs to have a little bit of a nerf to his bounce. His bounce does half of people's health bars. It's a fucking bounce. It needs to not do that. It should just not even do damage at all. It's a setup for your teammates or you to hit your rocket. You don't need it to do damage. That's the thing. It just does too much, and it really makes him really hard to play against. He is the best defending caster right now in the entire game because of his kit. And the fact that this happens makes him really annoying to deal with. Oh, and before I forget, let's not forget about Grim.exe, guys. I almost forgot about Grim. Grim is... Grim is just Grim. I don't even know what to say about him. Iggy's Iggy, but Grim is just Grim. He's honestly, I would say Iggy is more viable than Grim right now. Iggy, at least in some comps, can do decent in the off lane. But Grim, what the... Like, Grim doesn't even have a place in the game right now, in my opinion. His ultimate is trash. His damage is trash. His slowing thing, cool, it slows down the enemy, but they do so much more damage to you, so it doesn't matter. Buff Grim, buff Iggy, buff Richter. Hell, even buff Sparrow a little bit. We'll see how this buff that she just got goes, but I think she still needs a little bit of something on that long range shot because it used to take people out of travel mode. So just a small root or something would be cool. But for right now, this is a good patch. This is a very good patch. I'm happy with it. However, these characters need to be looked at like ASAP if they're not already. And one more thing I would like to mention for everyone that is saying bring back Legacy. I 100% fucking agree with you. I don't think they should get rid of Monolith. I'm saying just bring back another mode, you know? Multiple game modes is something that people look for in a game, and right now, this game doesn't have it. And I 100% agree. Like, I mentioned in another one of my videos, I want to see an 8v8 on Legacy. That's what I would like to see. It's a bigger map, so give it more people. That would be really cool to see. No MOBA has ever done that. Give it a one lane game mode as well. Give it, you know, something like Smite's been doing. You know, give it these different game modes. We need something. just having this one and having it be competitive is gonna be cool. But it'd be nice to see some more game modes within the game. But anyway, guys, that is all I have to say about patch 36.1. Let me know what you guys want to see. Recommend some games to me. And as always, I will see you guys next time. Peace!